you're given autobiography, biography, memoir, or you are given interview, anything, then you are going to convert that, transform that genre into the genre which is asked for. So that is directed response. But your answer must be based on the passage which is given to you. Your comment, that's why you find out the language and style of that passage, because commentary is given. These both questions are linked with each other. They ask you to comment on the language and style. In this way you find out what is the style used by the writer in that passage. When you grasp that idea, only then you're able to transform that genre into another form. It is the same thing which is in the book, but I'm telling you, learn it as TAP, right? T for text, audience, and purpose. If you know these three things, only then you are able to change your response, change your genre into the given genre in a very in a very appropriate way. There will be no mistake there then, if you know the audience, because your audience is the keyword there. If you know the audience and if you know the purpose of writing, then you are able to use the specified vocabulary, the vocabulary used for that kind of audience. You will be given a passage of 700 suppose words, right? And there will be a range of text types. The same thing, genre means they are giving you different type of written text, and you are supposed to change them into a shorter format of 200 words. From 700, you are finding out 200 words out of that 700 that you are writing for the specific audience as well. Means they will give you who is your audience. That's why for directed response, you keep tap, you're putting your feet in somebody else's shoe. For example, right now you're a student, right now you're Hamdia, right now you are Asma, right now you're Iman, but you are going to be an advice columnist right now. So you have to wear that cloak, you have to wear that costumes on now. You have to think like an advice columnist, you have to act like an advice columnist for your directed response. The boss, keen to attract young people to live and work in London, means they are grabbing, that boss is grabbing the attention of the young people because they want the people to work in their area. You believe the article has not fairly represented London life because the article is about moving out of London. And here, what you have to do, what the task is, you're grabbing the attention of others, of the young people to come to London. So you believe that there are many advantages living and working in the capital. You're keen for readers to know your views. Write a letter to the author. Suppose a newspaper article, somebody, the editor has written, the people are going away from London. And now your response, your reply is you are writing a letter to the editor and telling that how good it is living inside London. What is the focus of the original passage? Okay, what is the focus of the original passage? What is the purpose there, which is told in the first passage? What form is it written in? The same thing I told you, what genre you're looking at. Is it diary? Is it blog? Is it letter? What genre? Who is the writer of the passage? It means who had written this thing? A mother, single man, means it is, there are different kinds. And the next thing is, what is the writer's viewpoint or purpose? The same thing, again and again, tap. First look for the T, look for A, and then P. Okay, your response, which you are writing now, which you are giving, it should be, what is the focus of the text? If there is the blog and you are changing into a letter format, so here you will write letter. What different form is it to be written in? Okay, what format? For example, if something is written with the titles and the subheadings and you are changing the format without titles, for example, in letters there are not titles and subtitles, whereas in the blog writing there are titles and subtitles, but letter has a different format. In the letters you start with dear so and so, and you finish your letter with yours sincerely or faithfully. Then next point is, from whose perspective is the directed response written? Whose perspective means you are in whose shoe. And what different viewpoint? For example, the third one is you are writing the advantages or the disadvantages. This perspective you have to see. What different viewpoint must your text take? Okay, so these things you have to compare in the first passage and your response, which you write and which is written already. You have to make a comparison in that.